Ready? Okay, thank you everyone for tuning in with our program Let's Chat with Alexandria Monge and
Andrea Sanchez from All-in-One Mortgage Lenders.
Well, as you guys know, every Thursday we have some fresh information for all of you and that I hope you enjoy. We're going to try not to take long because I know you guys are busy out there and we just want to go ahead and share all this information with you. Okay, so today we're gonna be talking about what happens behind the scenes with Andrea, for example, from All-in-One Mortgage as a loan processor. Remember, once you guys start working with me as a real estate agent, we do the contract, we immediately pass it to the lender, and then the whole process starts. But there's a previous process before that you need to understand that it's a gathering of all the documentation so you know until what amount you guys can be approved for, correct?
Yes.
Why don't you give us a little insight, Andrea?
Correct, Alexandria, thank you. So as you mentioned before, me as a loan
processor, I'm sorry.
Our job is to verify everything that the loan originator has collected from the borrower,
okay,
as far as documentation. So what exactly do I mean by that? Once the loan originator collects IDs, pay stubs, taxes, bank statements, we actually put everything together, okay, and we organize it. So from there, we verify IDs. And very important with the IDs is that we have to make sure that the IDs are legible.
And when you mean legible, people, it's not only your name. Your little face has to show, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I have to see your face. I have to make sure that you are that person.
You'll be amazed. We get some copies. It's like all black and white. You don't know what that is. It's like a black spot and then the name. No, it has to be a clear image.
Yes. It
okay.
has to be a clear image. So once we verify that, what we do is we review the credit report. And what do we look at the credit report? We look into if there's any collections, the payments that they have. Okay. Maybe if there's any mortgages, any mortgage payment. We also take a look into the inquiries that the borrower has within the past 90 days.
So in other words, if the person is already having that idea, that slight idea, I think I'm going to start looking to buy a property, the recommendation is don't start doing credit applications before and all that, correct?
Right. It's best to prevent. So, but if there is any, for instance, I don't know, you went to Macy's and they convince you to apply for the credit card and they ran your credit, all we need is just a simple letter of explanation saying, yes, my credit was ran through Macy's and the credit card was approved. Okay. Or the credit card was not approved. That's all we need, just to explain why that inquiry is there.
I see. Okay.
We also take a look into the addresses that are reporting on the credit report that are not on the original application, on the application that the borrower had filled out. And again, just one more letter of explanation saying what the address was. Maybe it's your parents' address, maybe it's just an address that you use for mailing purposes. It could be that simple, but just a letter of explanation.
I see.
And once we look at the credit report, what we do is we take a look into income. Okay. And what do I mean by income? We verify employment. So we send verification of employment through a third party. And we review the pay stubs, we review the W-2s, and we review taxes. For self-employees, we review any income or any loss that there is there. Or maybe if they have more properties that they have on the taxes, maybe we can use that also towards the income.
The income,
right.
Okay. So basically, if you are planning to buy and let's say you make 80 grand a year, but you declare 10, 15 I don't think that's really going to work. It has to be justifiable, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So we take a look into the unreimbursed expenses.
I see.
That's what it is. So we make sure that doesn't hurt the purchase, the power of purchase. Okay. And once we do that and everything has been reviewed as far as the income, because we also have to make sure that whatever amount the loan originator gave the borrower is accurate.
It's
accurate. So that's why we need those documentations. Once we do that, then we verify assets. And what do I mean by assets, Alexandria, is the money that the borrower has saved for the purchase of the home. What we do is we ask for bank statements, which please make sure we have all pages.
You can scream at them. Go ahead. Please, people, please.
Yes,
this is something you need to understand. Please.
Yes,
I'll help you with that.
All pages, not just the first. I know there's a lot of bank statements where the last page it's blank,
but you still need to complete it because at the bottom it says page 8 or page 7.
Yes.
Yes.
Otherwise, we're gonna have to ask for it, and then that might delay the process because it's another day maybe that we have to wait for you to send the documentation.
Yes. Okay.
We look into the cash flow. If there is any cash flow, we have to source and we have to explain where the money is coming from. If it doesn't come from your employment. Okay. So we have to source it.
So with this being said, it's not that you're taking all of a sudden your $20,000 under your mattress and say, oh, here, I have it. This is my down payment, correct? Which, believe it or not, we laugh, but it happens. Oh, no, don't worry. No. I'm going in with a 10-15% down payment. Here, no, actually I have the money. Oh, do you have it in the bank? No. I have it in my house. No, it doesn't work that way, right?
No.
Okay.
Now, what it could be safe maybe if we get a gift.
Okay.
If we get a gift from someone, then that's a saver for
it doesn't matter. It could be from tío, abuela, abuelo, whoever, your friend, Pepito, but it has to be a gift.
Yes.
Okay.
It has to be a gift. And of course, we do have to source. And it's just as simple as having the bank statement from the person that is giving you the money.
Okay.
401k, you can also use your 401k.
Let me make a little pause there. 401k, I've come across many people like as an agent that have a 401k, and maybe you're not aware of this, but clients that I've worked with, they allow you when it's for a property, if you need, money for your down payment, you can actually take, I think it's up to 50%, if I'm not wrong, out of your 401k, if I'm not wrong. But I think this depends on the policy of your company or with whomever you have your 401k. And if you're planning to use part of that money, you can actually you need to do it ahead of time because sometimes they take up to 30 days to disperse or something like that. But you find out with your company what are the policies or requirements, because if maybe you're lacking money for down payment, you can complete it with part of your 401k. And let me tell you, the interests are really, really low, and it's like you're lending your own money and paying it back. So it's better than getting a loan from someone else or to complete your down payment.
Right. I mean, you cannot get loans.
Okay.
You can get gifts.
Okay.
But you cannot borrow money to purchase a home. Okay, so let's make that clear.
Oh, okay. So if they need money, let's say to complete for the down payment for 401k?
From the 401k, that's fine.
Okay,
that's
okay.
Fine.
Perfect.
But you cannot go to another bank.
Another institution, only from where the 401k funds are.
Yes,
okay.
Yes,
important people.
Because
listen.
That's your money. Those are your savings.
Got it.
So yes. So once we verify the assets, as I mentioned, then we, of course, put together the contract.
Okay.
And we make sure that all the addendums are there.
Okay.
And once we have that together, and if there's nothing else missing, because if there's something missing, then we're going to go back to the loan originator, and the loan originator will request more documentation. From the borrower.
Okay.
Yes. But if that's done, if everything is completed, then we just organize the file. So it could be sent to underwriting.
Which underwriter is the people that do like the quality control, correct? More or
The
less,
underwriter
kind of.
is the person who decides if loan is granted.
Okay, if the loan is granted. Okay.
Yes.
So in some words, a couple of words, what is your recommendation for someone that is already planning to buy a property? See, Andrea, she's working behind the scenes as a loan processor, okay? And many times you think you are just dealing with your loan officer, but it's not like that. There's a whole team behind working on your file. So what would be your recommendation, Andrea, for someone that, is going to start and...
Right. My recommendation is work with someone that you trust. Mm-hmm. Work with someone that is knowledgeable and that they work fast. If you work fast, we work faster.
Correct. See, it's funny because many buyers, let's say they have the last income tax pending to provide. Mm-hmm. And, time goes by and then this just simply delays the process of closing. But then they pinpoint and they say, oh, but it's your fault, we needed to close. No. If you have your papers on time and you gather them and the loan officer is going to receive that documentation, is going to forward it to Andrea is going to start reviewing. Well, it's going to be easier and faster for her to process and then give it to underwriting. But if you have some document pending, well, at the end of the day, it's just going to delay your process, my process, our process. Okay. Correct. So it is very important for you guys to keep in mind that. And, it's very simple, but it's very important for you to know that there is a whole bunch of people behind the process. It's not as simple as it seems. Very important. That's why you need to work not only with a loan processor or a company like All-in-One Mortgage that are reliable and trustworthy, but also with a real estate agent that is always having communication with this lender. Andrea, thank you so much. It's been, I think this information is awesome. I hope you guys are enjoying it. And don't forget, keep tuned in with Let's Chat with Alexandria Monge. For next Thursday, we'll bring some nice, fresh information for you guys to enjoy. And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate in contacting me as your real estate agent, Alexandria Monge, 786-344-5411, or All-in-One Mortgage.
You would have to contact the loan originator.
Correct.
Or the
office. Which is Oreste Cruz. What's his number?
Oreste Cruz, 786-419-5176.
Don't forget, guys, keep tuned in. Thank you so much, Andrea. Bye. See you next Thursday. Thank you.